Talking with Beecher. Let's go.
They sound good. It works.
They sound pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And what I did was I looked up a bunch of like videos on how to EQ them to sound like the SM7B.
Oh, really?
And there you go. It's supposed to sound like it, you know?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
$400.
Fuck that.
Dude.
I know.
$500, $499.
Yeah, $399, $499, something like that.
That's crazy.
I've been looking at them too, and I'm like, I want one so bad, but fuck
Me
that,
too. I
dude.
still want them though. You know?
I know, just because you want to have one. Well, because like the podcast that I have going on, we're doing the same thing. We're like,
what is it called?
Modern Rebels podcast.
Man, there's another podcast called Modern Rebels.
Get the fuck out of here.
But it's not Modern Rebels, period. It's like Modern Rebels. I forgot what it was, but I looked it up because I was trying to look up your podcast, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, because we haven't put out any episodes yet. Like,
Yeah.
we're getting all the, like, people in order and all that shit, so. Fuck.
Well,
that sucks, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even look for it because I typed it in Google and nothing popped out.
There's always going to be something, dude. There's always going to be somebody that has something, you know?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's all
Did we
good.
start already? Are we going?
Huh? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we don't have to start. I can cut it wherever we want to.
No, okay. Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fucking thing about like bands and stuff now. That I was talking to a buddy of mine about this. That he was like, he's like, dude, well, so if somebody hit me up like, I want to start a metal thing again or whatever, and I was like, well, what's it called? And he's like, dude, I don't know. He's like, I'm starting to pick up like words in Portuguese and stuff like that. He goes, he's like, I've just run out of ideas. And it's gonna get to a point, man, where it's like there can't be any more band names. You're gonna have to make up.
They've all been taken.
Yeah, you have to make up words and just there's so many noun the verb bands. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Scar the martyr, fucking
Noun
chase
the verb.
the.
I've never heard that before.
Noun or verb the noun bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you verb the noun. Chase the hero and scar the martyr and this to that. There's so many of them and they're just on and on. Like, but you can't come up with anything else. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, what else do you come up with?
I know. The name of mine 20 years ago was imprecation. And people are like, what is that? Like, what kind of language is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's English. But it's like an obscure
what kind of language
word,
is that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, it's I don't know. There's just, that's the thing is that like I started doing this stuff on the side and I was like, it's just my fucking name. Like, I don't care, you know, because I can't. And it wasn't until the studio where we were just kind of sitting around like between song like recordings and stuff like that. And the guys were talking about like, well, maybe we should have our own name as the band in case you go off and do your thing by yourself. And then like, we have to have something on ourselves, so what do we call it? And I was like, you guys figure that out.
So was that the Drop Dead Frets?
Yeah, so they're the Drop Dead Frets.
What is Drop Dead Frets? What the hell is that?
Fuck. So when you have a dead fret on a guitar,
dude,
yeah. So you just it sucks. It's just like
it sucks. Yeah.
Like, you know, I'd rather get bashed in the head with a baseball bat or have a dead fret on my guitar, and that's how bad it is. It's like one of the two. So I don't know. It was supposed to be called the Dead Fret straight up. And so we went down the fucking same rabbit hole, coming up names and stuff. And I was like, well, let me Spotify, Google it real quick. There's like 2 other bands called the Dead Frets. One's like a metal band. The other one's like straight up punk. And like, they're all right, whatever. So I was like, we can't be the fucking Dead Frets, man. Because that was perfect.
So Drop Dead Frets.
Yeah, so Drop Dead Frets was just like, you know, when you drop D a guitar, but dead frets.
I guess
it's
right.
so fucking dumb, but it works. There's no more names. There's no more names. You can't like,
bro.
I don't want to.
And what happens when you run out? What if you take someone else's name? They'll get you for copyright or what?
I remember, I don't know how legit this was, but I had a band name. Like my first band was called like Crown of Thorns or some shit like that. And I think
there is a Crown of Thorns.
Yeah, so
right?
I was in high school.
Yeah.
And that fucking band, and like, dude, I'm 15.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh, it's super cool, bro. Like nobody will ever have thought of this shit. This band messages me on MySpace and said, hey, we're already that, like the fucking band page. I don't know if it was fake or legit or if there was management or, because we weren't even big enough to have somebody come down and like, hey guys, stop that.
You were big enough for MySpace to contact
for
you.
MySpace, yeah. Like, dude, we weren't even playing shows and shit. We didn't even have recorded music. We were just a band. And we were just playing sometimes. And the guy messaged me. He's like, you know, this is we are Crown of Thorns, not you guys. And so You didn't take that, man. I went and listened to their single. I was like, "Just fucking suck."
I would have wrote him back.
No, I don't know.
Let's fight for it, motherfucker.
Right, yeah, you would have written them back.
Nah, but
I
back then I didn't fight. So yeah, I would have done it, but I wouldn't have been good at fighting.
No,
dude. So he came in here. Anyways, you guys, this is Chris Castro. He plays in all kinds of bands his whole life, I guess. And he came in here drinking this thing. It's Sunday, and he's like, "Are you drinking beer at 11 in the morning?" It's sparkling water.
I wouldn't put it past me though. I would do that.
I mean, maybe me in the old days, but
Yeah.
Liquid Death,
Liquid Death.
sparkling water.
Yeah, they need to sponsor
That's
the
like
show.
two opposites.
So we were at the studio recording. It all ties in. We were at the studio recording the album, and we just drink a lot, and especially because we're out there. It's in the middle of El Paso. The studio is called Sonic Ranch, and we're out there. And there's
You recorded this album in El
This
Paso?
al- yeah, yeah,
The
this
country
recent-
album? Okay.
Yeah, so we're out there, and our producer is Cody Jinks, his bass player. So Cody Jinks is this like kind of big, like up and coming guy.
So you got to remember that this. I don't know shit about country.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why.
So just remember that because
Yeah.
I don't really listen to country. I know what good music is though. Like when I hear you play, I know that it's good music.
Yeah.
I don't do country.
No, I know, I know, and I was having this conversation last night, but dude, I'm super ADD. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place.
No worries.
But yeah, so we were in the studio, and it got to the point where we were just like cases upon bottles of just alcohol, and every morning we'd wake up, and it was like, fuck, where's the Powerade? Where's the Pedialyte and the whatever? And so our producer, which is Cody Jinks's bass player, if you want to check him out, he's got some cool stuff. So he is just drinking these like soda waters, not these, but just soda waters all day. He's drinking bubbly, and I was like, man, I fucking like that. I like sparkling water. I was like, let me try one. And he was like, all right, but I only got a certain stash, man. So he goes, get the lime ones.
He's like, don't take all my sparkling water, bro.
He's like, don't drink all the fucking cherry ones. Yeah. So I got a lime. I was like, oh, this is good. And so then the dude started kind of bringing sparkling water in because it was like easier to drink than regular water for whatever reason. I guess because if you're drinking from a can all night and beer and the same carbonation, it's like you just keep going. But now it's water, so it works.
All right.
So we started. The owner of the studio one day was just like, oh, these guys like sparkling water. So he brought us like 3 cases of Liquid Death. And I was like, fuck, man, this guy. And it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, maybe he wants to just keep us drunk or something. Maybe we just keep paying for more
You
studio
thought it was
time.
beer too when you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I thought, oh, maybe it's caffeine. I was like, oh, he wouldn't have brought us beer. It's probably like coffee, like canned Starbucks kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I read it, dude, and it's like, it's just fucking awesome.
It's sparkling water. Does it have flavor or is it just water?
It's just water.
That's so weird.
What I don't like, there's white cans, and the white ones are.
You don't like white people? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean I do. Not all of them.
Yeah, me neither.
No, the white cans are fucking just gross because it's just water. There's no carbonation.
In a can?
Yeah, so you crack it open and it goes,
No.
and you drink it and there's no carbonation. It's just water. Somebody put water in a can.
All right.
It's fucking. I drank one and it made me like because of it was a can. I was like. I felt like I was drinking backwash, you know what I mean? Like cigarettes and shit. I was like, I don't want to do this.
No,
these are
hell
good.
no.
Liquid Death.
Have you ever drank whatever Heineken in a can?
No.
Yeah, it's not good.
Really?
Like it has a different flavor than you're used to Heineken in a bottle. You know?
Yeah, I
It
used
has
to
a
drink Heineken a lot.
Totally different flavor.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've gone through like weird like beer trips.
Yeah.
And I drink Coors Light all the time now. I don't know why. More Miller Lite now for whatever reason.
Country boy.
I don't know, dude. When I first started like drinking beer, my buddy of mine, it was one of the Super Bowls I remember, and I finally like was able to leave my parents' house and stuff and like hang out. And he was like, I got beer and MD 2020. What do you want? I had never drank before, and I was like, yeah, let me take it all. So he had like cans of Budweiser, so that was my first beer. It was heavy. As soon as I finished it, I was like, I gotta take a shit. So I like drove home and like then came back because I felt sick and sleepy and shit. And I was like, I feel right as rain. Let's get another one. So it was like shots of MD and Budweiser. So I drank Budweiser forever, and then that was just too heavy. I kept waking up with headaches, and I started drinking Bud Light, but I never liked it. And then one day I went to a store, and there was this little corner store, and they had nothing but Coors Light. Like people had bought all the Bud Light and Budweiser and all the popular beers, and they had just like a sixer of Coors Light. I was like, fuck it, I'll just take that. So I got it, bought it, and like 3 beers in, I just had this like gnarly buzz, and then the next day I woke up and I didn't feel like shit, and it's just been my beer ever since. It doesn't do anything to me.
No hangover?
No, nothing. I wake up like kind of like that swollen feeling. Like,
by the way, we are not sponsored by Coors Light, but you can send us some if you want to.
Oh hell yeah! And Black Barrel.
Oh,
my
Black
favorite.
Yeah, dude, that Jameson Black Barrel.
Dude,
it's something. Dude.
There was I was working at a liquor store one time, and there was these Hornitos Black tequila, because I love tequila too. Oh man, but it was so good, and they didn't sell it. I don't know if they don't or do now or what, but they had them in these little shooter bottles, and I worked there, so I got a discount. So the whole box was like $18.
Okay.
And the whole box was like a little bit more than what the size of a bottle would be. So I'd buy those and then just leave and take them to me to like parties and stuff, or like I'd be at cover gigs, like just giving them out to the band, like, hey, and they're like, dude, I love that shit. It's so good. That's the only tequila.
Here's my
that I can
tequila
drink.
story. So when I was in a band a long time ago, me and my guitar player, he was a big fella. Every Friday, we would get a bottle of Cuervo and one of those little plastic limes, right?
Yeah.
So, for the lime shot afterwards. And we would race and see how fast we could drink a full bottle, 2 people. Well, our record was 8 minutes. A full bottle, 2 people. So now if I smell tequila, I'm like, oh, it's so gross, man. I don't want it. I don't want it anywhere near me.
Oh, man, you don't do that.
Yeah, I was like young, dude. I was young. What are you going to do?
I mean, yeah, I've had so there's 3 separate occasions that I've had a Jameson bottle that's been like gifted to me.
Yeah.
The first time,
like 47 different occasions that I've had. Yeah.
No, I mean I've bought them, but somebody was like,
I mean, gifted them
here's
to me too.
like, yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
We're
like,
just bringing
yeah. People know I like the Jameson.
Please, you're like, please stop, guys.
Yeah, stop bringing me
Please
Jameson.
stop. This is the worst fucking gift ever, guys. Come on. No, man. So the first time I joined, the guys that are in my band now, the country stuff, they were in a band called Spare Parts. They were like a bunch of metal and rock covers and stuff like that. Straight up cover band. So they gave me.
So they went from metal to country too.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like my guitar player is like covered in just like demons on his arms, like tattoos, and he's like the scariest fucking looking dude you ever see. He's just got long hair,
playing country,
big beard, black, always wears a cowboy hat, always has cut off sleeve like plaid shirts. Is a fucking beast on guitar. And I mean, like Slash note for note, Pantera, like everything. And we'd be playing metal. We'd be playing Motorhead and Pantera and Metallica and like Slayer and fucking whatever we thought, like that's a good one, let's play that. We'd be playing like, I love Alice in Chains, and we'd be playing like Junkhead and like really like their super kind of underground songs that nobody really covers. Everybody plays Man in a Box and shit like that.
Yeah.
We were playing like the fucking dark stuff. So yeah, but so I joined that band, and now they're doing country with me now.
When you joined that band, you joined it like as a metal band?
Yeah, well, it was a cover band, so we were just playing a bunch of rock metal covers.
Okay.
But I joined that band like 5 or 6 years ago. Is that the air condition?
Did you hear that?
I hear it.
It's a ghost.
Oh, it's.
I don't know what the hell it is. I was just messing with you. I don't know.
So I joined that band, and it was like, well, we needed a singer, so they gave me the gig or whatever. And I think my girlfriend or something at the time was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Here's that bottle you wanted. You know, it's a good opportunity to be making money, like playing gigs on the side. I don't remember the rest of the night or the gig. But I had because they come with this little like steel tag on them. Some of the bottles,
Jameson?
Yeah, some of them don't, but they have this little tag that has the Jameson logo, and it's like super cool. It's this steel like tag on it, and you like take it off. And so I just remember waking up the next morning, and I didn't have anything. I didn't have any recollection of the whole fucking night, and the only thing that I could remember. Or the only thing that I had was that tag was on my rearview mirror, like hung over. I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah,
those are one of those phone calls, like, "Dude, did you make it home?"
Yeah.
Why? Oh, you don't remember? Remember what?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh man, you know, and then they start telling you the story. So the third time, I don't remember the second time, but the third time I was gifted one of those bottles. I was playing a gig with that band. It was my birthday. Next day I get that phone call. Dude, you all right? Like, yeah, man, I feel like shit because I'm hungover. Man, you cool? Like everything cool with like your girl and stuff? And
What happened, dude?
I was like, that's what
Wait,
I said.
I don't know. Is everything cool with my girlfriend? What happened?
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, I haven't talked to her. Like, I've been at home. I haven't seen her yet. She's like, I mean, are you okay? Like, I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude? And so he was like, well, you got rowdy. And I was like, well, I mean, it's whiskey, of course. So you got rowdy. Starts telling me, like, you said this to this one guy, and then, like, they came in and tried to fight, but, like, we were all there, so we just pushed them out, and the security was like, nah, they're having a party, like, fuck you guys, leave. And then the night progressed. You kept saying stupid shit on the mic on stage. You almost fell. But then again, I almost fell. My buddy's guitar player telling me a story. He's like, and then he's like, then they brought the cake out, and they sang happy birthday, and you, like, grabbed it during the, like, happy birthday song. You were like, cake. I grabbed it full hands, and I just started eating it, and then somehow, like, the night went on, and I was saying some shit to my girlfriend at the time, and I got in a fight, and I was like, whatever. I grabbed the cake. I shouldn't be saying this on camera. People were like, damn, you're like that? That's why I don't drink whiskey anymore. But I grabbed the cake, and, like, I threw it on the floor, and then, like, I laid in it, and I was, like, making like,
cake snow angels?
Cake angels. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm glad you made it home, though. I was like, oh, shit. I don't even want to know what my car looks like.
Did your girlfriend break up with you that day? Mm-mm. Oh, no?
No, eventually.
Yeah, but I mean from that day.
Yeah, I mean, it was a collection of those nights, and she was like, you need to get your shit together, and I was like, I am. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. My brother is one of those people that can't drink.
No.
When you drink.
No, I can do beer all night, but I can't. Yeah, I can do it. If I mix a shot of anything, I've already started to learn. The older I get, I'm starting to realize that it's bad. I just turn into that guy.
I like the whiskey, man. That's my thing.
I love whiskey, but
it's good. It's not good for you. It's good to you. It's you love to drink whiskey, but everybody else doesn't like it when you drink whiskey.
They hate that guy. Yeah, that guy comes out and he's been asked to never come back.
Yeah,
several times.
The sober guy, they asked me not to come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, so how did you get into music? What age did you start playing?
So my dad was a musician, and
what did he play?
He played like gospel and country.
Yeah.
Also, so
did he play guitar?
Yeah, he played guitar.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with just watching him on stage play all the time.
Oh wow.
And he played in churches a lot too. So it was I just grew up like that. So he'd get me on stage. I mean, there's a picture of me like 1 or 2 years old, and I'm holding a mic, and he's sitting down on the stage next to me, like hugging me, and he's singing with me, like this little duet thing. I don't remember what song was or whatever, but it was like. Since I could talk, I could sing. Like I was on stage singing, playing stuff like that.
Wow, that's cool.
But I was like super rebellious, like always. I mean, even now, like, you know, the album's called Modern Rebel for a reason. You know, I just don't like being told what to do, or like you have to do it this way. It's like, okay, why? Explain it to me why I have to do it that way. It's got to make sense for me to be like, okay, you make sense, and you seem like a person that would make a lot of sense or know what you're talking about. So okay, fine, let's do it. You have to pull teeth with me.
All right. I think that's everybody though.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, shit has to make sense, dude.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
why am I doing it that way?
Yeah.
If you don't know why, then why are you telling me to do it? Yeah.
So my dad wanted me to play guitar for the longest time, and I just didn't want to. I wanted to play the drums, and so when I was like 5 or 6, he bought me this like shitty little kid drum set, and I loved it, but I could never play it because they were just
we made drums out of the Quaker Oats boxes.
No, yeah, no. But I was doing that already with the pots and pans around the house. I just wanted a drum, and so they buy me this little drum set, and I couldn't play it because it was too loud. So I'd be sitting in the room just down, like shut up.
Yep.
So I couldn't play it. So it just sat in my room, and I was like, just go and touch it sometimes. I wish I could play.
Man, a lot of parents buy their kids drums, and I'm like, don't buy them drums.
No, man.
I'm like, why? You can't wear headphones with drums.
No.
You can't hit them soft, and you have to hit them hard. And then they're like, no, we're gonna do it.
And that was back then before like all the electronic kits and shit like that came out. Now they're so readily available, and you can find a $300 one that's not that great, but it's good for a kid to learn on. Beat the shit out of the pads.
Oh yeah, electronic drums, right?
Yeah, they work. I know a bunch of like regular gigging musicians that play electronic drum kits just because they're like, I don't have to set up a whole kit. It's not heavy. I just open it up and blah, 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 and it's ready to go, and I don't have to worry about
That's
it.
a good idea,
Plug
man.
it straight into the mixer board and just you get your EQ. That's fine.
Yeah, that's dope.
I don't like it. I like
Drums,
real,
yeah.
Just like those guitar amp simulators, like the Axe Effects and all those things, like
Yeah,
the
I don't know what
Kempers.
those are. Like, I've seen people, like, I went to a concert, and this guy's guitar sounded really good, and he had, like, when he played, they would play cover songs. Like, when he played this band, it sounded just like that band.
Oh, yeah.
Then when he played this band, it sounded just like that band. So I went and looked, and it was all hooked up to a computer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they're cool, and basically they take the real, like an orange, what is it?
That old school orange amp?
Yeah, and they set it up and they put a mic to it and they record it and they get the best sound out of the right guitars, and then there's this whole science behind it, and they take that sound and they put it into the amp modeling. I mean, so that's what it is. It's an amp modeler. They put it into the system, the brain of the computer, and you plug it in. You're like, I want this one, but I want the 65 Fender, reverb twin, blah 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 blah. And you dial it in. It's like, there it is. So it's super cool because you buy this $3,000 piece of gear, and you have
Every amp out
hundreds of
there.
thousands of dollars of amps. So it's cool. But my dad had me when he was like 51, 52. So he like lived the old school. He just did things like old school way. He was very traditional. That's how I grew up. So I listened to a bunch of Elvis and stuff growing up. And
I love Elvis.
I love Elvis. And Elvis and Johnny Cash and Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. That was like in the car all the time. And then he would be watching like old school movies and like old, Western. He loved Western stuff. And so I grew up very old school. So for me, being not even 30 yet kind of thing, it's like I know a bunch of stuff from back then or whatever. So I like pure, just kind of simple thing. So I like the sound of an amp, like the real tube amp. I like to feel it. It's on stage and you play it and you hit a note and you just feel the floor vibrating. Like I love that shit.
Yeah,
I have nothing against the Kemper, like the fake stuff, or it's not fake, but the electronic stuff. I have nothing against because it's amazing. But I just love you have a real guitar. It's wood. There's the wood on the cabinets, the speakers, like the rubbers, like everything. It's just.
Yep,
I can touch it. It's good.
Gary Kruger amp that I plug my bass into. Yeah, and there's a lot of musicians, and I don't notice it, even though I am a musician, and I don't think regular people notice it. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a test. They say that you miss all the fullness of the sound in MP3. The difference between an MP3 and like a vinyl record, like you play a record, is crazy. Like the sound's so much better on a vinyl record, and I've never tested it because we all listen to MP3s now. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's just all
electronic. But I've never tested it. But there was a big thing against that with the music community. Yeah,
really.
Yeah, you never heard that? Yeah,
I've heard that like vinyl is pure.
Yeah,
like
and
it's
it
pure
sounds
form of
way
sound.
better, way thicker, way like everything sounds full.
Yeah.
But I've never tried it. Like I'm gonna try it.
Well, I bought a vinyl player, but it was one of those old ones. So I just need to get a new one because like the power cord broke and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I collect vinyls of like my favorite albums. So like one of my favorite albums is Lateralis from Tool, and I had to buy it on vinyl. And I was like, I just want to have it and own it. And I played it when it was working. And
Okay,
I haven't
then
been
you
able
can
to play
do
it
this
again.
test with me. So here's what I want to do. We'll get a Tool song, and let's bring your record player here, and I'll hook it up to the PA, and let's listen to an MP3 of the same song, and then let's listen to it on vinyl, and let's see if we can hear the difference.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All
It'd
right.
probably work better with headphones though.
Yeah.
Because you can hear everything like clearer.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Hell
That'd
yeah,
be
man.
cool.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
why like all the wave files and shit that people are doing now is
Yeah.
like when we got the album, they sent me the all the files, and I had never been sent so much information of just like of music, and it was like this is the file for like YouTube. This is your whole album in this hertz for just YouTube specifically, so it's synced up and it works perfectly. As soon as it gets on YouTube, it's like ready to go. And this is the one for that you're going to use on the digital stores, and this is the master one, and this is like, I was like, whoa, man! You can just like click on the properties and check out and like the different gigs, and I was like, this is so crazy, man. It's just like the different types.
This shit right here. You know how many problems I've had because of all that? I need
yeah.
48 megahertz or kilohertz, and I need this camera and sync it all up. Oh my god,
dude. I can't. I wouldn't.
I'll get it though.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know how you're doing that. That's fucking,
well, and a lot of research and figuring it out. You know what I mean? And I think I spend more time figuring it out than I do doing these podcasts, which is wrong. But
you're telling me you were like editing for 6 hours the other day. Or
yeah,
whatever?
but I figured that out too. It's a whole.
You're like, I hired a guy.
Yeah.
I figured that out.
I did it, but I wish. No, I need Jamie. Where's Jamie at? Pull this up,
Jamie. Pull that back, Jamie.
No, but I figured it out. I figured out an easier way to edit, and it took a while. But let's talk about your country band, dude.
Yeah.
So wait, your dad was a musician, so you've been a musician ever since you were a kid.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier that he wanted me to play guitar and I didn't. So I ended up going through like junior high, whatever, and then I think I was like.
Did you play the drums though? Like you wanted to?
Yeah. So I got in band and I was like playing snare and drum set and shit like that. So I started getting into it. And I was like, fuck, I'm just going to be a drummer. Like, and he was like, no, you're going to sing and you're going to play guitar. I was like, no, I'm going to be a drummer, dude. I don't want to do what you're telling me to do. And it was very much that, just being rebellious. But I fucking like drums. I didn't care. And so it wasn't until I got to my freshman year of high school and I saw this dude and he was like playing guitar and there's like these chicks around him like in the cafeteria. And he's like, play that one. Play that
there's
song.
chicks around him. I want to play guitar now.
Yeah, so I was
guitar.
like, man. And I thought about it and I was like, well, he's got chicks around him. My dad's been married twice. Like, all right, I gotta play guitar. And it's just 2 + 2 = chicks. There we go. Guitar. So I started like just getting the songs that I liked, and I was just looking up like tabs, like how do you play it. So I taught myself how to play chords and stuff. So a lot of people give me shit, like actual musicians, when they see me play like an E or an A or whatever. I finger it wrong. Like I just, that's just the way that that's because I taught myself. There wasn't a guitar teacher there, so I play it wrong. My guitar player all the time is like, dude, I can't look at you when you're explaining like the song to me because it pisses me off that your fingers are wrong. I was like, I didn't, I'm sorry. Like I didn't, nobody taught me.
That's good though. I did the same thing. I just
style,
played myself and figured it out,
Yeah.
and it takes 3 times as long to do it.
Yeah.
But if you can play it, you can play it, whatever.
Yeah. So I started playing just in high school, just kind of messing around. I didn't have a band.
Because you wanted them chicks, that's why.
I just like learning Wonderwall and shit. Yeah. So, and I just sat there just picking away at my guitar at home and or my dad's guitar. And then he bought me one for like Christmas one year, and he was like, it was a black one because he knew I was into rock and stuff. So he's like, here's a black acoustic. So I was like, all right, cool, man. So I started playing it, and I started kind of like writing songs, and I remember they were just garbage stuff, dude. Like the worst, just like I wish I still had that notebook. So I can go back and like kick my ass, like just go back in time and beat me for that. But you have to start somewhere, right?
Yep.
So I just played a little bit, and I finally started that first band I told you about. And
was what?
Crown of Thorns, and we just kind of played
the MySpace guys. I told you. No, that's our fucking
name.
Fuck
yeah. We were just playing covers, just like kind of a garage band, just sitting around, not really doing. We never played anything. We never went anywhere. It was just like, I'm in a band. Kind of. It was just more of like just being able to say it. And then it wasn't until like my senior year or whatever, high school, when I graduated, that I started Never Buried. And it was the same dudes, and I was like, all right, man, we need to stop fucking around here and like start playing some songs, start writing some songs. So we did, and we just started. It's just kicked off, man. It was like 10 years in the making, from like 2010 to 2020. Like we just been playing ever since. And
You guys have albums out?
we have one. We had several, and they kind of got lost. They were out on the internet, and I looked for it the other day because there was this one song I was talking to a buddy of mine about, and I was like, "You have to hear this song, man! Like, it's so crazy that you're saying that because I kind of wrote about that." And I was like, "This song." He's like, "Show it to me," and I cannot find it. So
How?
I have to,
Dude, I still find stuff.
It just
don't look up
disappeared.
my stuff. There's still stuff of me on the internet.
Don't look up my stuff. You sent me a video
before they even had internet, dude. When I was playing, and I'm like, why am I looking at this shit?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. There's some videos out there of me that I'm a kid and I'm playing and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh god.
And you listen to it. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh man, you'll get better later, buddy. Just stick to it.
So you have that metal band. You guys still play?
No, but it's not. We never broke up. It was just like I'm busy. So I was like, everybody just got busy, and then I moved up here, and it was like, it's there.
You moved up here from where?
From Elsa. So I'm originally from Elsa, Texas, which is a small 5,000 population town in the Rio Grande Valley. So people think
it's by McAllen.
Like 30 minutes away.
Yeah,
so it's like 30 minutes east, but it's there. But I mean, because people think like South Texas, like, oh, cool, Corpus, right? In San Antonio, it's like, dude, it gets a lot more south than that. It gets a lot hotter and a lot more humid. When I moved up to Houston, I've had this like little argument. It's like, oh, it gets fucking humid in Houston. It's like, oh man, it gets humid down there because we're just on the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. Maybe around Galveston area, I can understand, but down there, dude, like the entire area is just, it gets hot, and it's like the real feel is 110 when it's like 98 degrees outside or whatever. So
for sure.
So yeah, I grew up there. Played with this band. We went all over the place. We played all over Texas and different states and stuff like that. And we wrote a whole bunch of stuff. And we have one album still on Spotify that has maybe like 5 or 6 songs, maybe 7 songs on it, something like that. And we just put out some videos and some lyric videos and things like that. And we played all over the place. We played in Houston a lot, and I just kind of started digging the place, so I moved up here eventually. But yeah, my dad passed away 2.5 years ago, and so he was just a big country dude, and it hit me hard. So I started picking up the guitar and just like learning his old tunes and learning Johnny Cash stuff.
His old country songs?
Yeah, just
that's
like
cool.
Yeah. So I started learning them and playing them, and it was just a way to kind of be closer. And there was I don't know, man. It's just I got this just wild hair. I was like, fucking how hard could it be, right? I never liked country in my life, by the way. Never, because it was the same thing. My dad's stuff.
Yeah, that's me too.
I never
Same.
liked it, man. And I was at a country show last night, and I was just talking about this. I was like, man, it's so crazy because I've been to thousands of metal shows, like hundreds of metal shows all over. I mean, since I could, go. And it's the same vibe, man. Like it's the same people. You're just wearing a different costume. Like you have the drunk people over there, the people that are the musicians. You have the people that are just super into this one band, but or just super like, I love this style of music, but I don't really like that guy, but I'm here for the chick, or like she's here for me. It's like it's the same thing, man. Yeah. It's just a different style. It's just it's music is music. There's shitty music and there's really good music and there's everything in between. And it's kind of like, I believe that I think music is it's two different things. It's like you're born and you just gravitate towards something for whatever reason. You like rock. Later on, you'll figure out other things out. You'll develop your style and you're like, man, when I was, 13, I used to think like this and now I totally don't. I'm 30 now or whatever it is. And, so your music style changes, your taste buds change, everything changes, right? But you'll never get rid of listening to that thing that you've always been gravitated towards since you were a kid. And then, so there's the music that just, I don't know why, since I was a kid, I've always loved this. And then there's the music that you find later. You're just like, I fucking really like reggae now or whatever, what I mean? So, which I love reggae, by the way, it's super cool. But yeah, so I just kind of have this thing that's just like, when people say like that sucks or like why? Well, because I fucking hate it. It sucks. Like, because I was that guy forever.
Like my thing is that I don't like that music. The music doesn't suck. It's good music, but I don't like it.
Yeah, so you just don't like it. Yeah. I mean, and there's a lot of it that I don't like. I mean, I will hear I was just listening to this band last night and I was like, I get it, man. He doesn't suck. There's nothing about the band that was bad. He wasn't a bad singer. There wasn't a bad band. I just wasn't. I was like, no, this is not.
You weren't into it.
Yeah, so I don't like it.
That's it.
and that's it. And I've just put out a now fucking country album, and it's like I don't like it. I mean, and there's some stuff that I really do like, but there's a lot of songs on the album that are more kind of bluesy and things like that, and that's the stuff that I like. So with more albums come out, it's gonna get bluesier. It's gonna get some rock
what's the name
stuff
of the
in
album?
there. It's called Modern Rebel.
Modern Rebel.
Yeah.
I heard a couple songs off of it.
Yeah.
I listened to it. I don't really listen to country, but
Yeah,
I listened
yeah.
to it.
No,
It's
yeah.
pretty good, dude.
Yeah, there's some super like country stuff on there, and there's some stuff that's just more.
So, speaking of super country, I know a little bit about country. I don't listen to it, like I said, but like, what are these people that say, "Oh, that new country sucks and the old country's better"? What's the difference? I know you've heard that before.
I think it's the same argument of like, you know, old metal was better than new metal, kind of not new metal in the 90s, but like the new metal now.
Yeah.
There's this, what happened is that somewhere along the line, there's this weird formula, and like the corporate offices got their hands on music and was like, no, this is the formula. This is how, and I mean, it's been like that forever in the music industry. There's a formula. It's like A plus B equals C, and you have to do it this way to make hits. If you want to make money in this industry, if you want us to sign you, if you want us to keep the contract, you have to follow the formula. That's what people like. And of course, it works. These people have done their studies, and they hire, you know, scientists to come in and like, oh, but if it's at the certain frequencies and whatever. And so they put the music out, and it's just the same song.
So is it like,
and over again.
does country have a formula like blues? Like I play bass, so I just need to know what key it's in. And I go 1-3-5.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
blues.
Yeah.
And then you can fill in whatever you
Well,
want, but
I
it's
mean-
all 1-3-5. Does country have that formula too?
Country is basically blues, man. I mean,
So it's 1-3-5 too?
I mean, yeah, a lot of it is. It's very simple. I mean, a lot of the most famous songs ever in country music are just like GCD, like, you know, the whole time. You'll put a little minor in there for some spice, and then go right back to the chords, you know, stuff like that. And that's what it is. But the difference between like old country and new country now is that the old school people like Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and like all these dudes, George Jones, they were just like on another just level. Like they didn't give a shit about if you like me or not. They did not care. They weren't looking for a formula. If anything, those guys were rebels in themselves in that music, in that time, but there was no cameras following them around, so they didn't, you know, they were just shooting up people and like, you know, slapping people around and whatever and getting drunk. And
The good old days.
yeah, like Johnny Cash was like addicted to pills, and like Waylon Jennings did cocaine, and like everybody else did cocaine and like other stuff and whatever.
Dude, Willie Nelson smoked a joint on top of the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he won't admit it. But he did.
No, he totally admitted it.
When?
He totally said it.
Oh, he said it?
I think he said it.
I thought somebody said that they were with him while he did it. I didn't know that he actually said it.
Oh, I don't know. But I heard that story, though. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but these dudes just, they didn't care. And they were like, I don't know. Like, I was watching this this video of like one of Waylon Jennings' like most famous songs, and he's playing it. And he's sitting next to this girl, and this girl's like interviewing him. She's like, we'll play the song. And he's just kind of like, just lazy, like
okay.
foot crossed over the other, just playing it. And he was like, you know, the song doesn't make any sense, right? And she was like, what do you mean? It's good. He goes, it doesn't make any sense. And she's like,
It was his song?
yeah. He goes, it doesn't make any sense. She's like, well, you wrote it. What do you mean? Like, it's got to have. He goes, no, I had to try really hard to get a story out of this because it doesn't make any sense at all. He's like, listen to the lyrics. He goes, it don't make no sense. He's like, I don't know what I'm saying. And it's just, they didn't care, man. They were just writing music. And it just, that's what music is. You kind of, you know, I feel like it's in the ether, and you just grab it, and then you make it into your song. Like, you know, I think the songs already exist out there somewhere. Just if you want to get into the, you know, wooiness of it.
I like that.
I just think like music is out there. You just kind of, you pick pieces of it, and now it becomes your version of what's already out there, you know. And I think it's always been that way. But when you start trying to like formalize it, and you're just like, okay, but it has to be this way. So if you look at a map and we graph all the fucking hit songs that have ever existed, and they all do this, and those are the ones that work.
They do, though, dude.
They do. And they work.
It's funny that you say that. Because I watched this video. I think it was a couple nights ago, about, I was looking at bass videos, you know, about how all of these songs do this right here.
Yeah.
A, C, or whatever. I don't know what it was, but And then the guy played the songs, like had mixed them all together and played them, and they all did the same thing, but they were all completely different songs.
I've seen stuff like that before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or he's like a guy on a keyboard. He's playing you know, he's playing like Journey, and then he goes to something else. And it's the same key. Yeah, it's the same. I mean,
so
it works.
Is there a formula that's going on like that now in country?
So it's not.
And can you tell it to me so I can make some country money?
Dude, shit, if I knew. I mean, it's the popular stuff. It's just phases, man. Like, you know, it's the bell bottoms of the 70s now. You know, it's the same thing. It's clothes, it's music, it's movies. Everybody's putting out stuff. Everybody's trying to remake the whatever from 1974, and you know, everybody's just kind of rehashing stuff.
So
there's
let me ask
originality
you this, dude. So look, whenever you do something, you want to make money doing it, right? I mean, I do stuff because I like to do it. But when I played music, I wanted to play this as to rebel against stuff. Mm-hmm. If I did music now, like if I was in a band now, I like slap bass, so I play like Primus stuff. I'm making no money playing that. But I would get in a band that would make money and try to figure out that formula and try to do it.
Yeah.
To where then you could play what you want.
Yeah.
Or do you rebel against that?
Man, yeah, that's the problem that I'm having right now, is that I was like, I didn't start playing country, and a lot of people have kind of might think this, like, he's fucking doing it for the money. So like, what money, dude? Like, I'm spending more.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to go and make a whole nother album. I could have just kept doing metal stuff, and I have, you know, fans and friends that already know that, and they like that. Like, why fix something that ain't broke, kind of thing. But it wasn't that. I wanted to feel closer to my dad. I wanted to do something different. It was kind of a challenge for myself to just, maybe I can do it. I don't know. Maybe it's going to really suck. It's probably going to really suck because I've never written this stuff before. Then I put it out, and people are like, hey, man.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so people are like getting good, you know, I'm getting good feedback about it or whatever. But I want to like put out the radio sounding stuff that's good because I want to make the money. Of course, because it's one of those like, you know, I'm not in it for the money, but it'd be nice to like not have to go to work every day and just tour because it's so popular. But when I sit down and write a song, I just physically, I can't. Like, it would probably be harder for me to sit down and try to figure out that formula and write a song to it and then be serious about it. Because I could probably do it, but to play it on stage every night and like, you know, and country it out and like,
dude,
it would just be lying to myself.
It's
like,
hard. You know, you have to play the same song over and over and over and over. And like even comedians, they do the same set over and over and over
every
and
night.
over again. And you got to make other people laugh. And same, you can't get bored of that song because you might have heard it 18 billion times, but this dude only heard it twice, so he wants to hear that song.
Yeah, and he's at the show, and his girlfriend's with him, and so she has never heard it, and so you have to. Every night is a new night for them. It's not for you anymore.
Right.
When you start touring, it's for your fans. It's
so
not
let's do
for
that.
you.
Let's figure out the formula of country now. Let's
we
write
can.
you a song.
Yeah, you can get in the band.
Yeah,
you'll be my ghostwriter.
I don't know how to play country bass at all, none. But I'm pretty good at the bass too. But yeah, you know, that's what I'm thinking. I was thinking, look,
it's just all walks.
If I was in a band, I would figure out that formula, and I would try to write a couple songs like that. Get a good singer, and just do it.
You
know.
And like I'm saying, like I want to, I just can't, man, because it's like I don't want to be up there and be like, not only did he sell out, and I know those people, like I can, shit. But I can hear them, like I know who they are. Yeah. It's like not only did he fucking sell out and stop playing metal, and now he's doing country, but like he's doing that country, like the bro stuff, the formula stuff.
This is what you do to those guys. You drive up to them in your Ferrari, and you go like this. Yeah, I sold out. Bye, and go. And drive off. You know what I mean? It's a fuck.
Oh, dude, I know. I mean, I know, but it's just one of those like, just for myself. I don't know. I might write one like that, but it's really not. But like I'm saying, it'd be one of those things that every night I play it, everybody'd be like, yeah, he's fucking doing that. Just the song, the hit song, woohoo. And everybody's cheering and clapping and whatever. It might be the song of my career, of my entire life.
And you might hate it.
And I might hate it, dude.
But man, there's a lot of bands that are like that.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't have any examples, but like one band plays one song, Man in the Box, Alex in Chains.
Oh yeah.
I bet you they hated playing that fucking song.
Yeah.
We have 10 other albums. Pick something else, you know.
Yeah.
But I bet you they played it at every show.
I'm sure they did.
Because they have to. You have to play the song that everybody likes. You
I'm
know?
starting to not like that song.
Yeah, even if you like it, even if you don't like it, you have to play it.
Well, and then playing in cover bands for as long as I have too, it's just like, my God, man, can we not play this song anymore? Just take it off rotation.
Yeah,
we have to, bro. And then somebody comes.
Because everybody likes it.
It's like the night that you decide to whatever song it is, not just that one, but the night you decide to take a song out of your set, and you're like, we're not
Someone
gonna play
will
this.
ask you for
Somebody
that song.
comes up, hey man, here's $20. Can you play Man in the Box? And you're just like, all right, fucking fire it up. Start shoveling the coals back in. Keep it going, man. Yeah, no, so it's weird. It's a weird thing. Like the metal to country, it's like, but I've been finding out that there's a lot of people that are doing it. Did you know that Garth Brooks was in a metal band? Like in an 80s hair band?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't done the research, so don't like kill me, people watching this, whatever.
Yeah.
If you know the story better than I do, but I like heard.
You guys, put it in the comments. Put his band. If you know who it is, put it in the comments.
Yeah. Google
Garth
it.
Brooks played metal.
Yeah. So Garth
he looks
Brooks,
like a death metal dude. No.
Well, no. So he was like in a spandex like 80s band.
Like a hair
I don't know if
band?
it was a tribute band or an original thing, but like, and I don't know if he sang for it or played just guitar for it, but he was in like an 80s like spandexy big hair band,
Poison band type
yeah,
thing?
Poison type of
Nice.
thing in the 80s because it was huge. And then he
Yeah.
was like, fucking, I want to make money, and so started doing country. And
Hey,
then,
it worked.
I mean,
It worked. He made
dude,
some money.
Our guy's weird though.
Is he? You met him before?
No,
Huh?
but it's just
Why is
like
it weird? How do you know?
Man, just go to his Instagram. It's just so like, I think
haven't.
that guy is so. I'm talking shit. Well, it's talking shit with Beecher.
Whatever.
So whatever.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm not. He's never gonna meet me. So whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine next year tour takes off and he's just like, I heard what you said, boy.
I heard what you said, motherfucker.
No, he's just weird, dude. Like he's so like. It feels like he's been so removed from normal life for so long that he doesn't know how to talk like a normal human. Like he's very like.
Where do you get that from? From his Instagram?
Yeah, like his interviews, so
for
he has
example,
enough.
like what? Like a normal human, like what?
He's got like just talking like you. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. You know this and this and that. Like he's got this like Netflix show, and I couldn't get through it, man. I couldn't get through it. I was like, oh, fucking Garth Brooks, cool. He's great. What could I possibly learn from him? Maybe he's gonna talk about how he writes a song. It's like a politician, and you ask him a question, and they don't answer the fucking question. They just go.
And then they're like, next question. I'm like, you didn't fucking answer that one.
Yeah, but they like, and they finish their sentence with authority, and that's why this. And you're just like, what in the fuck did you just say?
You didn't even answer it.
No,
Yeah.
at all. And
Yeah.
so that's like, that's what like kind of how he talks. He's just very,
Really?
What's your favorite song off this album? He's like, well, songs are a beautiful thing because songs. They're like rivers, and he just,
Bro, I hate.
and
people
you're like,
that.
what, dude? But he's got a Netflix show, and his Instagram, his Netflix, like everything is that. Like he's just this like,
like people
when I
that you
sit
ask
on
a
the tour
question.
bus-
What color is this? Well, it depends on what hue or who's looking at it, and then this person, and then they do this long explanation.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah. And then you stop and think, and he didn't answer the question at all.
And
Like, what did happen?
No.
Yeah. I hate that.
And
shit.
color is like, is color even here? Do we even see color the way because you
Dude.
could say it's black.
What color? It's fucking black. Dude.
Yeah, it's
That's
black.
it.
It's black and blue.
Answer it. Next question.
Yeah.
I don't like those kind
Or
of people.
say it's red. I don't care.
Yeah.
What color do you think
What do
this
you
is?
yeah.
There's a right answer and a wrong answer, and that's it. There's
Absolutely.
not like
it's
this.
whatever color you think it is. That's the right answer.
Yeah,
That's good with
so
me.
that guy talks like that. It's just this like
That's crazy.
And so and everything he says is just very like, when I was writing this song, it's like this like he's just in this heaven. I just feel that. And so like his Instagram, it's hilarious because he's like addressing people and he's trying to be like a normal guy, but he can't because since he was in his 20s and now in his like 50s or whatever, he's just been rich and famous. He can go anywhere in the
So
world.
he can't be normal at all.
So he doesn't know how to just like sit down and like, I can imagine what he'd be like in a podcast. He couldn't do this. Like he'd probably sit down and just, so man, like how did you get started with music?
Let's get
like,
Garth Brooks on here. And
Oh,
I'll
dude.
do it. I'll fuck with him. I promise.
Oh man. Yeah. Like,
What's he gonna do?
How did you start playing music? Oh, well, when I was a child. You know, I was picking pecans one day on this pecan tree. Just,
In the South, I was playing metal.
Yeah.
I was playing in a hair metal band.
You know, he did this like other personality guy. Like
That Chris Gaines thing?
yeah, dude. Did you hear about that shit?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about it, and I heard it somewhere, and I was like, what the fuck? And I started researching it, and I was like...
I remember a lot of people fucked with him about it because it was like, that's not you.
That's probably when he flipped at that time.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
I just saw it for
He's
some
a weird
reason.
dude, man, but he writes great music.
Yeah. I was looking up country stuff because I was going to come talk to you, you know, or you were going to come talk to me. And Chris Gaines' thing came up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he has like eyeliner on.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of these little hair things, whatever this is called right here. And
A little soul
it doesn't-
patch, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I could never...
So what is the country music like scene here? We're in Texas, in Houston.
It's huge, man.
Is it?
It freaks me out because, well, it's weird because it's Houston. So it's like, I mean, there's a metal show, it's going to be packed, but you see a different kind of audience. Like I said, it's the same thing. It's the people, there's the girls, there's the guys, there's the, you know, the dudes that want to be show-offy. It doesn't matter if it's metal, rap, rock, country, whatever it is. There's these same people. It's weird because I'm watching everybody last night. I'm like scanning the scene. I'm like, this is so much the same.
The same style of people. Like these are the drunk people. These are the people that like this band. Like, but different people.
And then the people that are like,
style.
oh, they're super into it, and they have the reserve tables up front and shit. It's super crazy to me. But it's Texas, man, and this is like, I mean, I want to be a little bit biased because I grew up and born and raised in Texas, but we're probably like country music capital of the United States, at least.
Texas or Houston?
Texas.
Just Texas.
Just Texas
itself?
in general. Like this state is like country, you know? Thank you, ma'am, and hee-haw and
it is,
yee-haw.
for sure.
I mean, it is. It's hard. But I mean, we've also produced a lot of great metal bands, like, you know? So
Yeah?
it's just one of those
Like
things.
who?
Pantera.
I know. I may have partied with Phil. Maybe. This is on video? Oh.
What
Yeah,
happened?
Long time ago.
No, I have to hear this
Back
now.
when he was doing bad stuff.
Oh, yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
do it anymore, though.
No.
Yeah.
No. Are you friends with him?
No, I didn't know him. I knew a girl that knew him here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
And-
Because he's from like New Orleans or whatever. So I'm sure that
but
he's
they
got.
lived in Dallas, though, right?
Yeah. They're from like Arlington
Yeah.
area.
Yeah. That's a
But yeah,
long time ago.
the country scene up here is pretty popping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands. A lot
You
of
got some
stuff.
shows lined up?
I have one in February. I'm opening up for Colt Ford.
Who's that?
Colt Ford.
I know you're laughing at me. I don't know about
No,
country.
dude.
I already told you.
No. So I didn't know about Colt Ford either.
Okay.
And the guy that booked me was like, if you don't know who Colt Ford is, he's
I'm
like,
hanging up on you right now. Get the
he's
fuck
like,
out of my
yeah,
place.
He's like, basically, he said, if you don't know who Colt Ford is, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
Okay.
because he's done some amazing things. I can't say very much because I don't want to fuck up my opportunity playing that show. But Colt Ford started the country rap movement.
So he plays country, but it's rap?
Yeah. So he's like kind of,
Not my style.
so he's like playing and then just busts out a
Like
rap
he-
in the middle of the song.
In the middle of a country song?
Yeah, and then
Okay,
so it's
wait,
like he's
what?
rapping.
What's his name again?
So Colt Ford.
I'm going to look that up because I
Dude.
don't. My brain doesn't
so
comprehend
the
how
country
you could
song
do that.
starts, right? And it's like your typical, you know, whatever, poppy, like kind of country stuff, whatever. And he comes in and he's like, well, I'm hanging him down, nah. You know, he's like rapping, and then it goes into the, you know, big old country song, ballad,
Wow.
chorus, like, and then back to the rap. And so he was the one that kind of pioneered that. And so now a lot of people
So
are
is it
doing
popular now?
Yeah,
Is
a lot of people are doing it.
Is he popular now?
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah,
and not only that, but he's like
yeah.
friends with like Snoop Dogg and like
Oh, yeah, nice.
because of the rap thing, they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, white boy can rap, and so like,
Yeah.
so now he's like friends with country people and then rap people, and it's like he's just blown up, and so he's huge.
Cool.
So we're gonna be playing with that guy, and I'm
Cool.
not talking shit about him at all. I'm just saying that's not really my style of music. So
Man, dude, Snoop Dogg. I was watching some talk show or something, and Snoop Dogg was on there, you know, like late night something or whatever. and the dude, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, I don't know, but he was talking shit. He was like, all right, bust me out a rap right now. And he was like, give me that mic, motherfucker. And he busted out a rap just off the top of his head, and it was good, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, it was good.
Yeah.
Like, could I do that? No, not at all.
No,
Not
I
even
couldn't do
close. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good.
I've tinkered with the idea.
Of rapping?
Yeah.
You're white. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah, but I mean, I grew up in the Valley, man, and I grew up in El Sud. Like, if you're from there, if anybody's watching this from that area, it's like just me saying that words, they know, because it's I mean, it's just the town. It's just ghetto. It's just I grew up, in a ghetto town and a ghetto road, and like, most of my friends that I grew up with are all like in prison now or serving some kind of sentence. I mean, and that's what it was. Like, it was just guns popping off and like stuff like that. It wasn't a bad neighborhood, but it wasn't the best either. Like, It was like the better neighborhood of all the bad ones kind of thing that I grew up on. And so I had just friends all over the place. And it was just rap music. I mean, grew up listening to the thuggest, like most fucked up stuff.
Because you want to be a thug when you're young.
I mean, but I was, man. Like, I had these like big chains and like the basketball clothes, and everybody's into basketball because they kind of go hand in hand, kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, man. Like, I started writing lyrics. I don't think anybody knows it. I've never said this to anybody. So I started writing lyrics, rap style, like learning how to rhyme in rap form. So I was like, this teacher made me mad, whatever. Like, just like being 12.
I wish you would have finished that. The teacher made me mad. Then what? What you gonna rhyme with that?
I don't know. I can't do it. I'm too much on the spot.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's how it started, and like just writing these rhymes, these lyrics, and it just kind of went that way. So I was like trying to kind of rap a little bit, and like over the years, stuff pops in my head, and I'll like write it down on my like phone notes or whatever. Just little raps. I don't care. But I've toyed with the idea of like.
But you're playing country now.
Yeah, but I've listened. Like,
so do like that dude and make a country rap song.
No, but I don't want to do that. That's just not not cool to me.
It's not your style.
No, it's not my style.
Yeah, it's all good.
And if I did rap, I don't know what my style would be. Like, I don't care. I want to be like. I would love to be like the first dude ever. I don't know if anybody else has ever done this to have, because there's people like Aaron Lewis has Stain, and he has the country thing, and like
he has the country thing.
Yeah, dude.
So wait,
he's got
dude,
like
I'm
3
gonna
or 4
tell
albums
you
in.
all the lyrics to all the Stain songs. You ready?
Okay.
Here's all the lyrics right here. Wah. There.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got you. That's it.
Yeah. So I think, so his country stuff is not that much.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like he's talking about his girls and his family and
Does
stuff
he play
like that.
country now?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just country? That's all he does now?
No, I don't know. I think they're like touring, or he's trying to tour back with Stain and write stuff or whatever. But for the past like 10 years, dude, he's been doing like album after album of country stuff and touring and shit like that. So he's one like, I don't know. Corey Taylor has like Slipknot, but it's all in the rock genre. He's got Slipknot, Stone Sour, and then now his solo thing, and like Maynard from Tool has like Tool, Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
And then he's got Pussifer, which is more of an electronic thing, but it's kind of all still in the rock frame. I would like to just fucking do it. Just put out whatever, man. A Spanish album and a country album and a rap album.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, fluently.
Oh,
yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I grew up.
I wish I spoke Spanish, but I don't.
No, because I'm Hispanic. I grew, growing up down there, and my parents were Hispanic, and my grandparents, my grandma only spoke Spanish. So growing up, like, I didn't know Spanish, so they would leave me with my grandma all day. And
you
I would
learned
just,
Spanish.
really quick, because you're like, Grandma, I'm hungry. And she's like, ¿qué? I'm like, fucking this one?
Yeah.
What's that one? She's like, oh, comida. Yeah, that one. Okay, how do we, Okay, so that's the word? Cool, because I'm hungry.
That's cool.
Grandma, I'm tired. Where's the shower? Things like that. So
yeah, I wish I knew Spanish or another language. And learning it when you're older is super difficult. I tried, and people told me you're not going to do it, because the only way you can really do it is like, let's say you want to learn Spanish. You have to get a girl that only speaks Spanish, a girlfriend, and then you learn, because you have to do it every day.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. It was like they would.
So you plan on, bro? Spanish people like, Mexican people like country music. You plan on doing like a Spanish song like on your country stuff or no?
I don't know.
Or just all
I don't know.
English?
It's just one of those, like, I'm starting to get to the point where, like, you know, I haven't broke big or whatever. And so I kind of just don't give a shit. Like, I'm just going to do whatever.
But that's good. That's when
I
the
might do
music
it.
comes out best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I might just do whatever. I don't care. Just piss people off. That's what I like doing. I like pissing people off.
Me too.
Yeah. So it's just one of those, like, I'm going to do it. Like, why would you do that? It's because I want to. Because I think it's cool. Because I think it's cool.
Because
somebody
I like
out there is going to think it's cool too. Yeah. It might be one guy that at a show is like, yeah, by himself.
And everybody else
yeah, everybody's just like, oh, here it comes with this weird song again. Yeah, no. Funny. So, but yeah, is Romeo your son?
No.
Oh, no, I thought it was your son.
No.
Okay. I don't know why.
He started training with me when he was 15.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, he's like my kid.
Yeah, that's why I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Nah,
because I was going to say, well, then that means that you were with a Spanish woman at some time.
I think he's El Salvadorian, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But anyways,
yeah.
I was just saying, you speak Spanish, man. Do a song like that. What the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, so when I do like cover sets, I'll do like this Spanish song.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I can't really do it up here because I don't know. Because I don't know who in the audience. It depends. Like I have to look out and be like, because I grew up with Hispanic people and Mexican people my whole life.
Yeah.
Like I know what they look like.
Yeah.
Not in a racial. Well, I mean, fuck it. I mean, whatever. It's like it's my people. I can't be racist against myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I know you guys would like this one, but the majority of the crowd is not kind of into it. So, so I'd rather just.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play what I want to play.
Yeah, but it's one of those if like the owner's paying you to play a 4-hour gig, you kind of have to. You have to keep the crowd in the bar. You can't run them off and be like, "Hey, man."
Everybody left when you play the song. Don't play that.
The
shit
bar
again.
bar for that music's down the road, buddy. Yeah, so I have to be careful.
That's crazy about like this day and age where people are like, you can't do this because it's racist, or you can't say this. It's such bullshit, dude. It's like these people. You have to call me a girl now. No, I don't, because the same reason that you want everyone to call you a girl is you're restricting me from calling you what I want to call you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I call you whatever I want to call you. You know what I mean? I don't have to call you anything. So it switched and it's so dumb. Look, when I was a kid, it was like this. This guy called me this, and you feel bad, and your parents would say this. Do you care what that little piece of shit thinks about you? No?
Yeah.
Well, fuck that kid. Go that way.
Yeah.
And that's how I think everyone should be nowadays. You have to call me a girl. Well, you're not a girl. Okay, fuck you. Walk off. There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm going to make a sign and protest.
There's this weird like transition that happened. I don't know when it happened, but it happened that everybody's kind of demanding this respect. Like everybody, like respect isn't earned anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, my last name's this, so you should respect me because I'm a this, or I'm a woman, or I'm a man that grew up here, or whatever. I'm like, fuck you. Why? Like, you haven't done anything to respect me, first of all, if you're coming at me like that. Second of all, what do you do that demands all this respect? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know you. I'm not.
Yeah,
fuck you.
it's just weird, man. It's just this weird shift of just people, and so it's so big right now that like comedians and actors and anybody with a Twitter, you have to be careful what you say, because it's just like,
fuck them. I get banned all the time. I ban this, ban that. Oh, you can't say this.
I see your posts.
Why not? Why can't I say this? Fucking, I can say whatever
It's hilarious.
I want.
Yeah.
Ban me, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no. I mean, and I'm the same way too, but it's a little hard on my end because it's just like, mine but then too, I can't play there anymore.
I have a business, so I can't be like that too. But it's just this day and age is just, you can't say this because of that, and it's like, who cares if you don't like what someone says? Fuck them. There's other millions of people in this world later,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, so and I for a long time I was like that too, where it's just like, wow, why doesn't this person like me? And the thing is that I grew up like an only child. I have half brothers and half sisters, stuff like that. But I kind of grew up by myself, so I've always been just the lone ranger guy. You know what I mean? I've just always been by myself. So I don't know when somebody it took me a long time to develop the skill of like, well, that guy doesn't not like you. That's just his way of being dismissive towards a thing or whatever. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with him. But it would bother me. Like, why doesn't he fucking like me? Why doesn't that person, why doesn't anybody pay attention to my this and that? And, and I started realizing it's like, well, that's more of my problem because I'm an only child. And like, everything was just like, here you go. What, are you hungry? Okay, we're going to go where you want to go because you're our only kid. So what do we do? So a lot of it is just like, I grew up, if I didn't get the attention I was seeking, like, well, they don't fucking like it. And they don't like me. So what did I do to them? And fuck them. And hold these grudge against people that have, like, it's all in my head. And,
that could be the problem with a lot of things.
That could be the problem with a lot of people,
like, These, man, I was just watching some video that Vinny sent me. Vinny sends me fucked up videos. Anyways, of some child that was like 6 that is a boy, but is wearing makeup and saying, I'm a girl and I'm going to be in the papers because of this and that. And I'm like, it's because your parents let you do that. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why you're like that.
You can't. You can't. Dad, that's a big one right now. You can't. I don't give a shit, dude. You can't tell your kid. I'm in trouble
for saying that right there.
Yeah, like, but it is what it is. Like, you can't have a kid. We're children. We were all children at once, and we remember those ideas of like, those ideas that you wanted to be a whatever, you wanted to be a thing, and you want to be a superhero, but you can't. Your mom's like, take the cape off, you're a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
Sit down and eat your damn broccoli. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, that's the way it is. It's just, you have to just, no, you'll figure it out later. Right now, you're not a superhero. No, stop. Get the makeup off. Like,
boom. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not like, oh, well, you're saying it's not cool for a kid to be gay or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Let's get offended and let's make a sign and let's close them down.
No, because there's parents that don't want their daughters to put makeup on when they're 5.
Yeah.
Because it could, for whatever reason, but it could probably turn her mind a little bit and think, well, I'm 5 and I don't have makeup on, so I should probably put some on because I look ugly. Dude, she's going to think that for the rest of her life because she started wearing makeup early, started realizing like, hey, this makes me look a little better. But you can't have her discover that at 5 years old or 6 years old. She discover that shit when she's 15, and later on when she's just like starting to develop. So because kids now, like, they develop body issues really quickly. It's hard. It's hard, and so you can't have your son or whatever. Doesn't matter, son, daughter. You can't have them like doing stuff like that and be like, yay, let's go ahead and, it's one thing to like let them do it in the house and just don't tell anybody that he does this, fucking whatever. He'll grow out of it maybe. It's one thing for that. It's another thing to like encourage it. Like, hey, I bought you a new bag of like from Mac or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then putting them on the papers or like making a whole thing out of it. That's a whole nother ball game. Where it's just like, dude, you're encouraging a child's behavior. Why? Like, it's a child,
and it's the things that you encourage them to do. They're going to do more.
Yeah.
And oh, look, I'm getting a whole bunch of attention for doing this. Oh, I'm going to do this more.
Yeah.
And there are some that really and truly probably should have been a girl. But I don't know about all of them. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
yeah, but it's also like, even if that is so, and they grow up thinking that, cool, but don't, you can't encourage, just like I feel like you can't really encourage your kid to like be an astronaut, when he wants to be an astronaut. I mean, in the sense that I know a lot of people are going to be like, what are you talking, what? Like, it's not, what I'm saying is that you have to just be like, sure, okay, that's cool. Just like you would, like, Mom, I think I'm whatever. Okay, that's cool. Like, well, but don't like make his whole life about this thing, because when he's 10 and turns around, or when he's 15, it's just like, Mom, I kind of want to be a painter now. Like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah.
Like, let them,
I mean, encourage them and help them do it, like, you have to encourage your kids to do things that they're interested in,
Yeah, of course.
And I've been to an astronaut's house here in Houston.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, and it was big.
Oh, yeah.
And expensive.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But so you could become an astronaut.
You could. I mean, I'm not saying don't
take all these steps that you have to take to be an astronaut and go to school and do all this stuff and do all this.
Yeah.
Well, we can start now. But then, yeah, they're going to change their mind in
They're
a
going to
year
change their mind, yeah.
and go do something else.
And it's fine. Like there's people that have like martial arts. You know, there's people that have put their kids in jiu-jitsu or whatever from the time that they were children. And like I want my kid to just by the time he's 23 be a black belt and then open his school. And that's my plan for him. And they push it and push it and push it. And the kid grows up and he's like, I like it. This is all I've ever done, and that's all I ever want to do.
I'll tell you that exact story. Rafael Lovato Jr.
Oh, yeah.
You know who that is? Yeah, I know who that is, too, because he's choked me out 1,000 times. So he's
a beast, man.
Bro.
He's a
I
monster.
do pretty good with black belts. Yeah, I roll around with this dude. I can't do not one thing to that dude. Before I know it, I'm just like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Like, but when he was a kid, he's on the mat crying, and his dad was like, I don't care. Get back out there. Can I get water? No. Go. And now he loves it, you know? And he's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah. But it's, and it's music is another one of those things, too. It's just like, put a guitar in a kid's hands, and he might not want to, like me, but eventually he'll pick it up.
Yeah, but I mean, if they enjoy it and they like it, and you encourage them to do something positive, then I
shouldn't have been so fucking rebellious, though, because I could have probably been like a monster guitar player by now.
Me too. I would have been so good right now. I know. I really started playing slap bass probably a year and a half ago, and I got pretty good at it.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
But I dedicated my time to it when I was a kid. Whatever.
No,
Play.
Yeah. What got you into playing bass?
I don't know. I think my brother.
Your brother plays?
He played guitar.
Oh, really?
So I wanted to play bass. And then
it's one of those. Hey,
Steve Harris.
Coming in.
You know Steve Harris is?
Yeah.
You better know who Steve Harris.
Of course.
Yeah, he was a really good bass player.
Yeah.
So and then I just started playing bass, and then they were like, "Play this guitar." I don't want to. I don't like bass. So now I'm a bass guy. I can't even play guitar. I can play some chords.
Yeah.
G, A, C.
Yeah.
E. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because I played drum set, and then I went to college for music, and my study was percussion.
It was drums.
It was drums.
Percussion.
Yeah. So people freak out because like we'll be in the middle of a gig, and like the drummer's like, I gotta take a piss or whatever, and so I'm like, fuck it, I'll jump on drums because it's like, well, we have to take a break, but we just took a break, and he's like, I'm sorry, whatever. It's happened a handful of times. And then like, well, what song were we gonna play? And my guitar player's like, well, this one. I was like, I'll jump on drums, make it easy. Cool. And he's like, all right. And so they get on, he sings, and I'm just like playing, and people were like, I didn't know. I was like,
you didn't know you could play.
Because I miss it. My chops are garbage right now because I have not played in so long. So I get on and I can get by, but it's just I can't do what I used to do.
Yeah, but if you practice, you could be right back.
Yeah,
on.
if I played every day for a couple months, I'd probably get back up to where I was, which wasn't that great either.
So,
but I could.
So does your band play on your albums, or do you play a bunch of stuff? You play guitar and sing on your
no,
new
yeah,
country album?
it's the band. Yeah,
and then the band
whole
plays.
No, the whole band played They were in the studio with me.
Well, how many members do you have in that band?
It's just three other dudes. So bass, guitar, and drums.
You have 3 other guys. You have another guitar player too.
Yeah, so he's doing all the lead stuff.
Yeah,
and then like the electric like chords over the what's going on and things like that. But that guy's a genius, man, because like in the studio there were some songs, like we have a song on the album called "Needed Me," and there's this like classical, this cool classical part that he was like, before we took off, he's like, man, that song it needs something, and he goes, and I kind of have this, but I'm not sure. And we got to the studio and he found a classical guitar, the only one in the entire studio because nobody ever uses it. And so it belonged to the owner too. And the owner was like, look, I'm gonna lend you mine. He's like, it's super expensive, so be careful. So we tracked on that thing, but he got it and he started working on it. He was like, dude, check it out. I think I got it. And you can hear it in the background in the intro. It's just this like da 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 da, but he's like picking everything, and it's like
with his fingers.
Yeah, like
it has those nylon strings on it too?
Yeah, it's like Spanish guitar, and I've never seen him play like that. I was like, dude, stop! I fucking hate you, dude. Like, stop being so good.
Did he play like that before, or did he just learn it then and just do it?
I don't know. He's all I've ever known from that guy is just he plays electric, and he just does a bunch of like tapping and picking whatever, and he's super fast, and he's like super clean, and he just has style when he plays. And he's played acoustic too, but he'll just play chords. He's never really done like crazy stuff. I've seen him like weird pick some things, but nothing like he picked up the classical guitar, he sat down, and then just started Spanish guitaring. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? I'm like, get out. Like, I'm firing you because
you're too good.
You're going to trump my spot on stage.
Yeah, you're too good,
just kidding.
Dude.
No, he's awesome, man. But yeah, so all the guys, My buddy Danny is our guitar player, and then my buddy JP is our bass player. I mean, our drummer, not bass player. He's a killer drummer. He's a young kid too. He's probably like 23 or something right now. But that guy is like, he reminds me of Dave Grohl, man. 'Cause he's got this long hair, and like when we play rock stuff with the cover band stuff, like, dude, he's like, his hair's going, and he hits the shit out of the drums. Like, he's super heavy-handed, but it's good for the studio because you want to get you want to get that sound out of the drums. You want to hear the tones and stuff. So he's super cool. Like, he's a young kid, and he's getting better. Like, from 2 years ago that we started jamming with him or whatever to now, like, it's a big difference, and he's getting a lot better, and he's super, like, he's really good. And then Sam is my bass player. Sam's this, like, it's funny, man, because like, you come out to that show, I'll get you the ticket or whatever.
Right, cool.
Yeah. But it's funny because it's like nobody's ever seen us play, besides for the Valley, but anywhere else we haven't played a show out of town. And it's a weird group of individuals. Like,
Wait, are you saying you're a weird group of weird-looking individuals?
Yeah. Because it's a country band, dude.
Yeah.
So you have fucking this guy over here, like, they call him Undertaker and Jeepers Creepers and everything because...
Is he big like the Undertaker? Like, big?
Yeah, dude, yeah. And he's always got these big boots on, black pants. He's always got a cut-off shirt, tatted up, and he's, like, massive. He's just a big guy, big, long beard, black, like, curly, dark, long hair, big-ass brown cowboy hat, and he's just mean on the guitar, just a big guy. And you have me, and I'm just, like, fucking 5'9", just
and
like
that show
whatever.
is with that rap
With that rap guy,
right?
yeah.
Here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's at the Wildcatter down the road. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down.
Yeah, man. So, and then our drummer, he's just a young kid, and he's got the long hair. So he kind of fits the country look, just slap a shirt on him, and he's fine. But he's got the long hair, so it's a little weird. And then our bass player is this, like, really kind of Hispanic-looking dude. He's not brown or whatever. He's, like, white-complected. He's got these fat fucking dreads, like... And he has them like you a lot, but on stage he lets them down, and we're playing, doom, 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 and it's just his dreads are in the way, and I was like, damn, dude, it's just people are gonna see us just like,
I'm gonna have
what?
a dread hair reveal when I get 1,000 subscribers. I'll do a podcast with my dreads down.
Oh, really?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Dreadlock reveal at 1,000 subs.
Do it. I want to see it.
All right.
Yeah, man. So
that's cool.
He shaved his head.
When is that show?
February 29th, 28th, 29th.
I'm in.
Yeah. That dude shaved his head a couple years ago.
Now he has dreads?
And so he grew them back. So it's probably been like 5 years. And he cut his hair all the way down because he had dreads before. But he had a bunch of small ones, like a shit ton of them. And then he kept telling me, he's like, I'm going to grow my dreads back, dude. He goes, but I want fat ones, just one big fucking fat one, and then just a bunch of other kind of fat ones on the sides. And so he did it, and it's like super, super apparent on stage. He's like, dude, it's just not, it's not like, yeah. Well, what I want him to do though, and I might make him do it, not make him, but I might convince him to put on one of those really like Western shirts with the fucking thing, like the metal
50 style.
But have those dreads down.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Why wouldn't he do it?
I mean, I don't know, because he's just not the dressy up type.
Bah, you're in a country band, whatever.
No, I know, but like we've had shows already down back at home, and he wears like cargo shorts, like camo cargos with like fucking the DC skate shoes.
Bro, this is what I tell people though. like
a t-shirt.
People have seen me dressed like in a suit. You know what I mean? And or at a when I go to old school car shows, because I have old school cars.
Yeah.
Like 50 style,
yeah,
cuff jeans and stuff. And they're like, "You don't dress like that." And I go, "No, how you dress depends on where you go."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. How I dress it depends on where I go.
Man,
That's it.
Yeah, it's how I'm feeling. Yeah, I don't care. I don't have
that's
I have a certain style, I guess, of the same kind of stuff, but
my style is, dude, if I'm going to a super classy place, I'll dress super classy, bro.
Yeah. You kind of have to.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, but
that's the problem, is that the dudes in the band don't like.
Gotta do it, dude.
So
gotta tell them to do it.
My grandpa passed away a couple years ago, and I had my buddy Danny play with me a song at the funeral because that's what they asked me to do. And I was like, well, it'd be cool because we had played that song for another person's funeral that they just hired us to go do it. So I was like, man, my grandpa died. I think that we'd play that same song. It's super appropriate. And he was like, okay, cool. And so he shows up and he's just got a black shirt. Now, I tell you, this guy never wears sleeves at all, ever. You'll never catch him wearing fucking sleeves. So he shows up and, you know, the mood's kind of dark or whatever. And, you know, because it's a funeral. And he shows up and he's got this like black button-up T-shirt, but he's got the sleeves on it. Right, so he's wearing sleeves.
You're like, damn, you got sleeves on, bro?
Yeah, but the sleeves are rolled up to like right here, though. You know what I mean?
He was dressed up for you, dude.
That's what he said. He was like, man, he goes, I hope this is all right. He's like, I found my dressiest shirt.
I know those guys.
I was like, dude, it's not just, you should have just showed up with the sleeveless. Like, the same thing. It was like, he had it rolled up to like here, you know what I mean? I was like, Jesus.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Bro, I could talk to you all day. We haven't been talking a while, but look.
What time is it? Shit.
So, at the end of my podcast, I asked 10 questions, the same 10 questions.
Yeah.
But they vary depending on the person, you know what I mean? Depending on what they do and stuff like that. They're a little different, but they're essentially the same. The first one is, on this new album, what's your favorite song?
So, out of all of them, man, there's one called Late Night Prayer. And it's not a country song, and I was debating whether to put it on the album or not. And it's about a really dark subject, and you know, that's just the one.
But it's not country?
I don't think so. It's more of a blues kind of song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So play it for me.
All right,
Let's go.
do it. Let's play it. Oh, goddamn.
Leave me wanting, waiting to die. Pray what my life has left behind. Pray I lose my body before my mind. Pray I'm looked on by many passers-by. There's a Bible on the table, lonely and cold. These guitar strings don't please me no more. Before I walk the line, I have one last request. Tell her I'm sorry for everything I did. Oh, I finally let you go. Finally let you go. I ripped up all the pieces you left me wanting more. Oh, I finally let you go. But now my time has come. Darkness
That was badass, dude. That was good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like, I'm a musician. I don't like country. I mean, I don't know if it was not country. It was kind of country, but I don't. I listen to a song and say it's a good song or not. That's it, you know?
No, I mean, it's just one of those, like, it was the most, like, bluesiest, darkest thing that I had written. It was a lot more kind of rockish when I took it to the studio. And the producer was like, had don't put that part in there. There was just this like,
He's like, that's a block part.
yeah, he was like, I don't think that's gonna fit in there. I think you need to take that out. And I was like, all right, cool. So we took it out. So, but it was a lot different. But yeah, that song's about a person in my life that told me the story about losing his wife because he messed around and like got a divorce and stuff like that. And he was sitting down one night, and he was, attempting suicide basically. And he sat with a Bible in one hand and a gun in the other, and was just kind of like, what do I do? Because life is done. It's basically like, he had been shunned from his family, and he fucked up bad, one of those things. So, and that told me that story, and that's what the song's about. And so, and it's just that one last prayer on a late night, and, just what do I do from here? Where do we go? So
it sounds good. It's
it's cool. Yeah,
I like it.
It's a cool little bluesy thing. So,
all right.
Yeah, man.
So, not on this album or your songs, but what's your least favorite music? What would you not listen to? Like, I'm not listening to that shit, dude.
Dude, I don't know, because I there's something.
You can't like all music, man.
I do though.
No,
Like,
not all. There's no way. I'm gonna play some shit in here, and then you'd be like, oh, "Turn that shit."
no,
on.
man.
No.
I mean, there's stuff in any genre that I don't like.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's stuff in every genre that I do like.
Yeah.
So like, I was gonna say probably the worst thing that I don't like listening to is country, but.
Okay, but what about this?
But it's just the things that I think are shitty in the country genre. I just don't. I listen to the same like 4 or 5 dudes all the time. It's kind of
I'm like that too.
in the country genre.
What about this? There's got to be a song, like, let's say you used to like it, and then now you're like, dude, don't play that song. I'm not listening to that.
Oh man.
No, like if a song comes on and you just won't press no, don't listen to that. There's a
lot of
them.
them. There's a bunch of them. I can't
What would
pinpoint.
be the main one?
I don't know.
Man, that question was a blow up.
I'm sorry.
Whatever, you're all good.
It might be like just those overplayed songs, like Man in a Box and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like it comes on the radio, whatever. I'm just like, done.
Well,
turn it off.
Metallica for me.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of
'cause
Metallica stuff. I mean, I love Metallica, but Jesus
I do
Christ.
too, but I could probably still sing every song. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know every song.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, with this music and with what you're doing, what would you like to accomplish?
Just to make money off of it. I mean, make money in the sense where it's like I'm stable, where that becomes my job.
Yeah.
I want to tour and that just be my job, my full time. What do you do for a living? Like I make music and then tour it. That's it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's my main goal. Like
That's a
I
good
don't
goal.
want to be able to podcast and music and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that podcast? You guys talk shit on there too?
Yeah. We're gonna be. So the thing with that is that we're doing this. We're barely starting. I think the first episode is next weekend with a buddy of mine. And
What you guys going to talk about?
So he just released an album with a label that he got signed to with his rock band, and they're super good. I really like them a lot.
What is it? What band is it?
The band, his name is Adrian Varela, and the band is. I have to look it up.
Oh no!
It's because he's had so many bands. Hold on, I'll figure it out.
We got a phone going now.
I know what. And I was just talking to him about it yesterday. He's gonna be so pissed off.
So whenever you're watching this,
October
what's his
Roar.
name?
October Roar.
October Roar.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. And it's fun. I have so much shit in my head. It's just all
good.
jumbled around.
It's all good.
And I love that band. And I've told him so many times. And now he's gonna be like, I knew you were lying. I couldn't even remember his band name.
Hey, just because I don't remember the name doesn't mean I don't like it.
But he had like Meth Motorcade and Kennedy Curse. Like he had a bunch of bands, and I remember all those, but I couldn't remember his recent one. But they just got signed, and they got they're putting out this album, and I heard some stuff. There's a music video that I saw from him. It was super cool. So we're gonna talk about that and just promote it. But every episode, we're doing like a beer from a different brewery in Texas.
Nice.
So that's the whole thing. Like while we're talking, it's just like today's brought to you by this one. And here we go.
And what beer is it next week? Do you have one picked out?
Yeah. So it's one of my favorites. It's called Guns and Oil.
Guns and Oil?
Yeah. Guns and Oil.
Where is it from?
It's from a brewery in Dallas.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the brewery right now, but it's from Dallas. It's called Guns and Oil. And somebody had it at something. That wasn't mine.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, your phone was ringing or something.
Oh, it's not me. Yeah, it was me.
Oh, it was you.
My phone's off. Anyways.
Amateur hour.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, there was this like wing restaurant or something down back home, and they had this Guns and Oil tap. Like they had all these taps. They had one that was called Guns and Oil, and I wanted something different. I was like, oh, Coors Light. I was like, you know what? What's that? Let me try that. And it was the only tap that they had that was different, and besides like Angry Orchard and all the other weird stuff, I was like, let me try that.
What kind of beer is it?
It's
Is it like not like a stout or?
It's an ale.
Right.
It's like an ale, but it's just, I don't know, man. I can't even describe it. It's just, for whatever it is, other people have tried it and they're like, it's fucking good. But
Right.
it's just not available. I literally, when I came up here, one day I tried it. It was amazing. And then they just took it off the tap and it wasn't there anymore. And I have been trying so hard to find it. And they're only available at certain spec stores. So I had to call around. I finally found one that was like down like West Chase somewhere. And I went to that specs and they were like, we only have 1 6-pack left. I was like, I'll take it, like hold it. I bought it because I hadn't had it in so long. I just wanted like a couple months ago. I just want to sit on the back porch and just like have a couple
Are you
beers.
saving it for the podcast?
Well, my buddy went out. No, this is
Oh, he
months
found
ago.
some
Yeah,
more?
no, my buddy went out and he's like, I bought 4 cases. I was like,
Okay,
oh, yeah.
is it going to be a drunk podcast?
That's supposed to be the plan, like throughout the afternoon, but it just depends on who we have on. I just have
we
to.
can drink that whiskey right there and do it.
yeah,
right
fuck
now.
yeah,
No,
whatever.
you're not
No.
drinking that. You already told me about that.
I can have a shot.
No, it all starts with the first one.
No,
and it's
no.
all bad.
And then we'll end up 7 o'clock somewhere.
Bro, we'll end up 7 o'clock. Where are we? Ireland. What happened? Wait,
What happened?
No.
Like, I knew you had connections, but I didn't know we were going to be in Ireland.
Don't no. Anyways, so the business you're in music, what do you hate about the business?
Just the flashiness of stuff, like you have to. I feel like a lot of the music that's out right now, a lot of these bands that are pumping out, it's hard to say this because I don't want to like piss anybody off because
Yeah.
it's like that. Well, he was probably talking about my favorite band or whatever. There's a lot of music right now that's being pumped out. It's just the same shit. It's the same formula. It's the same band with a different face and a different mouth, but
sure.
it's the same thing. But then there's a bunch of other artists that are coming out, and it's like that's super different, man. Like I'm so glad that exists, in between all this other trash that's being floating around. So I just don't like that the music industry isn't giving a voice to like the underground, where they're just trying to keep making money. And I understand because
That's
it's a
what
business.
most people's in the music industry's complaint is it's all the same shit, and you can look at it in a couple of different ways. It's either you have to follow the same shit standard, or make your own stuff and not make any money.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just, you can just, you have to just kind of pray and hope that somebody discovers you one day doing your heartfelt stuff instead of the pop stuff that everybody wants on the radio or whatever works on the radio,
Yeah,
I hate that.
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because,
it's tough.
and that's back to the whole, what's the difference between new country and old country? It's like, well, it's the same thing with even metal bands in the 90s, like when Slayer was getting their stuff in there. I mean, Slayer's from early 80s, but when they're putting out their weird albums in the 90s and things that were different, it had kind of like new metal riffs and stuff like that. And things were changing. They were trying to follow the times. Metallica was following the
played with
times.
Slayer.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
We did
Oh,
all that crazy stuff back in the day.
I love Slayer. I have
Yeah.
a picture of me on my Instagram. We're in the studio. I have this big ass Slayer shirt, this big demon on it and all this stuff. It says Slayer in red. And I was like, what do you wear to record a country album?
A Slayer shirt.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we recorded the most like female driven like love song on the album too. I was wearing my Slayer shirt, like singing.
I got a Slayer story. I can't say it on a microphone though. But I'll tell you
okay.
later.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh
really.
man.
And this is a talking shit podcast, but no, we can't say that.
That's all good.
Okay, so what in this life, not country music, not whatever, what in life do you love?
Man, I am getting into like hunting a lot.
Yeah.
So
What do you hunt?
Just like deer and pigs right now.
Yeah,
I
you
want
eat
to.
'em?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't shot one yet in order to do it, because the last time I went, it was just we're at a buddy's land and we just like everybody was kind of newbie to it and stuff like that. But I'm getting into my dad was raised with like guns and like rifles and hunting and stuff. He was a lot older when he had me, so we didn't get to hunt very often because he was already like tired, sick, and couldn't be out there all day. And it's like I need to take my blood pressure pills and like all this stuff, right? So I get it. So I never got to do it until now that I have more freedom and I have some money from like a stable work and stuff like that, and I can go out and pay for these things. So I'm getting into like weapons and stuff. So I'm going to gun ranges when I can, and I'm like looking into like, well, why this gun versus this, and what's the difference between a Glock and a Ruger and all the, Smith and Wesson, and why did they change? And like, I'm just, when I get into something, dude, that's why I hate it, because I'm so like anal with stuff that I get into a band and I buy all their tapes, like their album tapes, all their albums.
That just shows how old you are. I bought all their albums, their tapes, their cassette tapes.
Yeah, they're vinyls. Well, you can't say vinyl because it still pertains now. People are putting out vinyls again.
Yeah.
But you say tapes, you're like, holy shit,
what's a
dude,
tape?
what do you mean? No, I buy all their stuff, and like, if I find an actor that I like, I go and watch all his movies, and just, the bad ones, the good ones, whatever it is. So I'm getting into guns right now, and I'm starting to like learn. I don't know shit about them, but I'm starting to get real into it, and like weapon safety and all this stuff like that. So hunting,
Nice.
like gun stuff.
You should meet Craig Summers. He was on my first podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a gun guy.
Oh.
And he is like, he teaches gun safety and does a
Oh,
bunch of
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Is he
He
here?
used to train with me. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's got a whole channel, a YouTube channel, and all that about guns.
Yeah.
If you get on my Talking Shit channel, it's on there. You can just click on it.
Cool,
and check
cool.
it out.
Yeah.
He's a cool cat too. Super,
Yeah.
super cool guy. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wanna do like the whole elk hunting, like in Colorado and stuff, Utah.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I can't find the people to go with. Like, it's just
Shit, you can find people, especially here in Texas.
yeah. But I mean, not that anybody that I know. I can't
Yeah.
just call 5 random dudes like, "Ooh, let's go."
Nah, you'll meet people. I mean, we're in Texas too.
Yeah, no. And but the more I'm kind of dipping into this community, it's the more I'm like, oh, dude, I'm starting to find other people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what?
It'd be a bunch.
Like, what do you have that on your like? What is that? What's on top of your gun? Like, I know it's a sight, but why does it look like this? And they're like, oh, it's that. Well, why do you need that? Well, because of this. And then there I am, fucking YouTube videos
dude,
for
I'll
hours.
tell you what, dude. I have a weird thing. Like, I'm mean, dude. I'll beat the shit out of somebody. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I can't shoot an animal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't. Like, I don't want to shoot. So I don't want to kill something.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I eat meat.
get it.
I'll eat animals and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I don't know why. I just don't. I don't want to fucking shoot an animal. I just don't want to do it. Like,
Yeah, I just want to go pet it.
I mean, if I was starving or something, yeah, I'd shoot
I mean, yeah,
an
you kinda
animal,
have to.
sure,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I don't know.
But, like-
I don't want to make it a sport to go out and kill something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, because we've just been doing it for thousands of years for our, just to stay alive and stuff,
Yeah.
feed the tribe and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to regulate. That's why there's seasons. You see, deer will overpopulate, and especially hogs. There's
Yeah.
their huge hog problem.
Yeah.
All over
Here
all
in
over
Texas,
Texas,
for
all
sure.
over the United States. But so we're out there hunting a couple weekends ago, and my buddy, we're in the back of a car in this truck, and we're like going to pick up like some supplies and spear and stuff like that. And it's dark because we're riding at night, and we had to go to the next town because it was like a dry county, and some of the dudes wanted some stuff, and so we went to the next town over. I was like, I'm cool with my beer, guys. You guys do your thing. I keep stepping on this like thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I can't see, and I'm trying to pull my phone light out, and we're like all rocky, like hill stuff and back roads, and he's like hauling ass. And we finally stop. I mean, like just whatever these things were just bouncing around, and I'm like stuck on something. I was like, what is it? I'm like kicking it off my foot. And so I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you have in the back? Like, what is that? He goes, oh, he's like, it's my tannerite. I was like, what's
it's tannerite.
yeah. And I was
Yeah, I know
like,
what that is.
I was like, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's like dynamite, but just not as, not as big of a boom. And I was like, you mean to tell me that I've been just sitting around beating the shit out of some fucking tannerite, just hanging? He was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that was there. Be careful. He's like, we should be
What do
okay.
they do with it? They blow up. What do they blow up?
The pigs.
Yeah.
So in Texas, there's no season for them, and you kind of kill them by any means necessary. You
Yeah.
hit them with a car and blow them up. So what he does is that he puts a couple sticks of the tannerite, right? Puts a couple sticks down, and it's not even sticks. It's like 2 blocks, and he puts them in there, has a string, and so he puts it in the middle of like pig feed. So he puts pig feed. He was like dumping like Big Red on the big pig feed, and like, you know, he's like, they love the sugar, and it's like, and puts a little bit of deer corn in there, and he's like spraying like pig piss all over it and all this stuff, and he just lets it sit for a day, and then he waits, and he's got like camera set up. And he's like, yeah, as soon as we see it, we just, you know, light it up, and it just blows the pigs into the fucking air.
That's crazy,
I was like, what, dude?
That's
I've
crazy.
Never heard of such a thing in my life. But
man,
you can.
I have a friend that helped me build my gym that has a bunch of land, and he's like, you have to kill them when you see them.
Yeah, you
They'll
have to.
dig up your whole yard.
They'll ruin it.
They'll ruin everything. So every time you see one, you shoot them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You have to.
that's so strange, dude.
Yeah.
But that's how it is.
Yeah, and I think it's the same in California. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I know for here it's like very much.
No, I don't think California.
No?
Well, maybe.
Because I know they have a big pig problem out there.
But they probably have a big pig problem because they have so many laws. You can't do that. You can't shoot things.
No, it's Texas, buddy. We blow
Really?
shit up.
We're in Texas, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you go blow up your car. Bill
Dude,
Burr, a comedian, was saying he was doing some comedy. I was watching him live, and he's like, so I went out with my buddy the other day, and we were going to shoot this car. And in every other city, everybody goes, what? But in Texas, everybody would just look at you like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then what did you do?
Did
like
you
it's,
shoot the
it's
car?
normal, you know?
Yeah. No, I
we're
remember
Texas,
that
dude.
special. I love Bill Burr. Yeah, dude. A buddy of mine, my bass player, I remember his birthday a couple years ago. It was his birthday, and he told me, hey, this weekend, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought it was like, where your birthday, we're going to hang out. And he goes, yeah, no, we're going to hang out, but like you want to stay over and shit? Like, we're going to have like a party? I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, cool. Like, what's up? He goes, I just want to make sure you're free. I'm trying to get a head count. I was like, for the party? And he's like, no. He goes, because I have a car that we're going to like beat to shit and like probably blow up or something. And I was like, where is this? Like, where are you having this? He's like, oh, buddy's house. He's got a big ranch in the back. And he's like, I bought a car for like $400. Just some beat to shit. It all it does is turn on and goes. Like, it doesn't do anything else. Like, it doesn't run really well. It's like the motor's all messed up.
So you guys were gonna beat it with a sledgehammer?
Oh yeah, we did.
Blow it up.
Yeah. They never blew it up though.
That's Texas, boy.
Oh yeah, we're shooting at it and like breaking like sledgehammer, breaking the windshields and bats and stuff like that. It was awesome. Yeah.
It's good time.
Yeah, only in Texas. Yeah, so that's why Bill Burr's like, I say it here and nobody freaks out. I was like, I did that when I was like,
that's
20.
That's normal, dude.
Yeah, I was like 21.
That's Saturday night here in Texas. What are you
hell
talking about?
Yeah, you just find an open somewhere. But yeah, man, the hunting and stuff like that, and I mean, martial arts has been a part of me for a couple of years now. So
Man, that's cool.
I would like to get good enough to like open a gym or co-open a gym or something like that. That'd be cool.
Mo, we need to talk off camera. Get off that.
Yeah,
camera.
man,
All
I'm
right.
super down.
So, what's your favorite saying?
What's my favorite saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's my favorite saying? I can't say them because they're really bad.
What the name of the fucking podcast is Talking Shit with Beecher.
Nah, man, like, nah, because, you know, my girlfriend's parents will probably watch this.
Oh,
like,
God,
stuff like
come
that.
on.
It's just bad.
Hey, girlfriend's parents, press pause, fast forward. Just say it. What is it?
No, I can't even think of them. It's like,
I'm going to have to ask your girlfriend, man.
no, she doesn't know them either. It's stupid shit. I say the weirdest, like,
There's not something that you say all the time?
oh, yeah, badass. I say badass a lot.
Badass.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I remember my birthday like 2-3 years ago, a friend of mine gave me a shot glass and it said badass on it.
Because they know that you say that all the time.
I'm like, oh,
There you go.
badass, dude, badass.
That's what
Like,
I'm
I
talking
say
about.
it
There
a
is.
lot.
Yeah, all right.
That and fuck. I mean, those are two
Wow.
words that I just can't stop saying.
I mean, whatever.
I don't know. It's just since I was a kid.
It's fucking badass.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
dude, that's number one.
All right.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
got to
go.
be number one
All right.
phrase.
All right.
Yeah,
See,
man.
that answers it perfectly.
There you go. Yeah, badass.
So, if you didn't do what you do now, what profession would you do?
Probably, I mean, what I'm doing now,
Which
just
is?
healthcare stuff. I mean, I'm like
Yeah.
CAT scans, MRIs, and X-rays and stuff like that. I'd probably do that. If not, I would. I wanted to be a PA, a physician assistant, for the longest time, and I'm still thinking about it. I was like, I could just do it, but it's just a lot of school and a lot of time.
Yeah, but dude, look, there's one thing that I kind of regret. I mean, there's a bunch of things I regret. Shut up. But The one thing is I didn't finish school before I did all this crazy shit that I did. I don't regret the crazy stuff that I did, but if I would have finished school and did everything first or while I was doing that, then right now it wouldn't be so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Because I would have other things and I would be smarter as well. You finish all that shit and then do what you want. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then later, if you ever need it, you have it, dude.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is fucking do it.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know. But I mean, I've thought about it too a lot. It's like if I wasn't doing music, I'd probably be like, you know, a kind of a doctor somewhere just working on that.
Do it, man. Start. All you got to do is start. Look, it could take you 10 years to do it, to do a 3-year whatever degree or whatever.
Yeah.
It could take you 10 years, but whatever. You weren't doing it anyway, so you would have never got it.
No.
So fucking do it.
I mean, I remember when I was going to school, when I first graduated from high school and was going to college for like music major and stuff. I mean, I had classes with 42-year-olds. And they were just like, oh, this is my 30-year
Hey, don't
college.
act like 42's old, man.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, shit, I was 19 at the time.
Well,
I was 18. That was like
that's
42.
old when you're 19.
Yeah, now I'm
You're
almost,
old.
I'm close, pushing 30 right now, and I'm just like, 42 is not that bad, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You know, because I feel okay.
So,
Except for those shin that you may miss.
that wasn't me. I never
Yeah, you
did that.
did.
It wasn't me.
You kicked me. Just kidding. I kicked myself.
What profession would you never do? Like, fuck that. I would never do that job.
Cop, police officer.
Yeah?
Fuck that.
That's so weird because
I respect the shit out of them, but that is probably got to be the hardest job on the planet, dude. Because
Bro, I
nobody
would do
cares.
it.
You would?
I would.
I would want to do like if I was a cop, I would want to do like an investigator. I would love to do that, like a private investigator or like a detective, like you know. But I'd
like to do that too.
I never wanted to. I thought about like, oh, I'll go to criminal law school, or whatever, and get a criminal justice degree, and then become like a detective. But I didn't want to do that because I was like, no matter what I looked up or talked to people, it's like you have to be a beat cop for a while.
Yeah.
You have to do it. I was like, I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to pull people over. I don't want to give people tickets. I don't want to like tell people, hey, you can't be doing that because dude, people are fucking lying to your face.
Oh yeah.
Every time you talk to them.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to tell you the version of the story that they want you to, whatever I have to say to get out of this. Everybody's lying to you. Everybody wants to hurt you. You know, people will hurt you or try. It's stuff like, fuck that job, dude. That and
that'd be hard.
I don't know. That's a hard job. Like,
It'd be fun though.
it'd be super fun.
Yeah.
Because of the guns and the, I mean, it's not like,
Me, I can't be a cop. I have too much bad shit on my record.
yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, that man, a cop or like, I don't know. I was gonna say a teacher, but because I come from teacher families, like everybody's a teacher. But I mean, most of like my sister, my brother-in-law, like they've been teachers all their lives.
I was just thinking, fuck that. I wouldn't be a teacher.
No.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I know. But teaching's, I mean, like, you know, I would not mind teaching a group of kids like in a class, like a high school that are like, they're taking that class and they enjoy it. So it's like, like English 4, like nobody really takes that because you don't have to. The kids that take it are like trying to get college credit or whatever. So they want to be there. So I would like to teach that kind of a class if I had to teach like a high school class or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to teach like something to somebody, but just not music because I don't have the patience for it. I can't sit down and teach somebody
Bro,
guitar.
you have to have the patience to be a teacher of anything.
I know, but I can't teach music. Like I just...
You could, but it's hard, dude. It's hard. With certain people, it's like, dude, you can't do this. Get out. Everybody can do it.
Yeah,
You just have
no,
to
I know.
practice.
I couldn't. I've had people like, can you give me like vocal lessons or things like that? And I'm just like, no, I can't.
Yeah, dude, you sing good.
Yeah, I could, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just,
I'm like that too. Everybody tells me, you know, I'm a brown belt at jiu-jitsu, and they're like, I want to get a jiu-jitsu guy in my gym. They're like, why don't you teach? I don't want to. I don't want to teach jiu-jitsu. I just don't. You know, I enjoy jiu-jitsu. I just don't want to teach it. I want somebody else to teach. You know?
If you got a jiu-jitsu guy in here, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I would love, because I want to. I want to do both.
I gotta find one first, but
I just don't, and it would be easier for me to be here because I wouldn't have to go to like a separate gym and come here and like back to back.
Yeah, and that's the goal, you know. But now we're talking about something else.
No,
we're talking about you.
Yeah.
So look, the last question is a deep one. At the end of your life, life's all over. How would you like for people to remember you?
Damn, it's a good one. Just by like my passion. I just want people to know that like I was a good person in some stuff. You know what I mean? Like generally, like it wasn't that shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and, you know, and just the music. Like I would like to do like have that Dewey Cox moment at the end of the. You know, have you ever seen Dewey Cox?
No.
Never seen the movie?
No.
It's hilarious. But you know, at the end of the movie, it's like it's a parody on the Johnny Cash Walk the Line movie.
Oh, okay.
It's hilarious, dude.
Okay.
But at the end of the movie, he comes out and he's old and he sings his last final performance and he's on stage and he's winning like the country, you know, lifetime achievement award or whatever, and he's on stage playing and he's singing his song for the last time, and it's like all these choir of singers and like violins and all this stuff, and he's just old and it's like he died like 30 seconds later or something after getting off that stage or whatever it is. So I would like that, just, you know, that my music ends up becoming a thing to where it's like when I die, it's like they remember me for the albums and all the stuff that I did, and you know, not for the bad stuff, just like that dude, you know, wanted to help and he did, you know, when he could, kind of thing.
That's cool.
I want people to think that I was good and my music was good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what sucks about that, though? I mean, it's good, but what sucks about that is when you're dead already, you're not going to realize that everybody remembers your fucking music.
Man.
That sucks, you know?
Yeah. It's just like people that die, whether you're good or bad, your music career skyrockets. If you're a musician and you pass away, it's just like
or
explodes.
an artist.
Yeah, an artist of some kind. You just explodes. Like, oh man, that guy had the best whatever of anybody of his, you know, generation. It's just
why didn't you notice when I was alive?
Yeah,
motherfuckers?
exactly. You know, all these. I think what was it recently? Somebody died, and the band just got like super huge again. In like the past, I don't know, man. Who was it? Like recent, like this year.
Bro, do you know about the Houston thing and people dying, leaving Houston?
What?
Dude,
Don't tell me that.
There's a list. Randy Rhoads. Remember how his crass?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. You guys have to fact check all this stuff. But I've heard this. The guy from Blind Melon was leaving here.
So like people touring when they're leaving.
People touring when they leave. Like it's like 5 or 6 or 7. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
What?
All these people were leaving Houston when they died.
What?
Yeah, dude. It's like, look it up. It's like some crazy thing, dude.
I've never heard that.
Never heard that?
Dude, this place.
Well, we live in Houston. You better look that shit up.
Yeah.
Well, man, you have a website?
Yeah, ChrisCastroMusic.com.
Chris Castro Music?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got a podcast?
Yeah, Modern Rebel podcast. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out hopefully in 2 weeks once we get the episode recorded and all that stuff and put it out. And so I need to find a platform for all that.
Where can people get your album?
So that's everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play Music, like whatever you listen to music on. Usually,
cool.
You can find it. It's
All
everywhere.
Right. Well, man, I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man.
That's
Thanks.
super interesting, and your song is fucking good.
Thanks, dude.
I'm gonna listen to the rest of it too.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Tell
man.
me. Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
Outro.
Bro, I could have talked shit with you for hours, man.
Yeah, man.